And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running inside, it's Jackson. Makes a man miss. At the 45, on his way. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
The Bears come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Running behind that left side. Got a little grass. Touchdown, Bears! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this offense is wasting no time. On the second play of the game, they cash in with a long-running TD. We knew a big key for them in this one was their ability to ground and pound. They wanted to force-feed this guy the football, and he showed up ready to go. This guy ate his Wheaties coming into this game, not even wasting time. Look at the speed and the power and the elusiveness. That was fantastic.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Turning it on. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Brown. That's caught. It's Bailey. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Maybe some room here. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Direct snap. It's Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Bailey. Using the quick game. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
The Cardinals trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll run with Brown. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Ready. 285. Over.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Might be changing the route. On the direct snap, it's Brown. He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And, man, you got to love the resilience of this defense, man. This has been a pretty long drive. Chewed up some yards. They stayed focused. They stayed hungry. Down here on the goal line, they bowed up their necks, man. Get the big 3rd down stop to force a 4th and goal.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one.
Ready. 674, take off. 674, take off. 814, choice. 840.
Timeout taken by Baylor. It's 2nd. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. A long way to go on 4th and goal.
528 cruise. 528 cruise. Down. Ready. Blue 30.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the point after is good. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
On target to the left. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Bears are marching down the field. Defense might bring the house here. Using his legs, it's Jackson. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's Lagway to pass. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Bears kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Lagway wants to throw. Working that left side now. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
Nice cut, nice timing between quarterback and wide receiver. That out route has to be pushed towards the sideline. The sideline's your friend. You don't want to miss short where the DB can make a play. Great throw, great catch.
3rd down from the gun, DJ Lagway. Quick strike complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Bang, bang, bang. Now, ready. Blue 22. Blue 22. Spade deep.
He wants to change this route. Hand off, Isaac Brown. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Brown. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4 down territory. The offense still on the field. Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's McCoy. Excellent discipline by this defense. They keep everything in front of him, and they make the big 4th down stop.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They want to run it left here. Finding some room. Picks up the first down. To the house. Touchdown, Bears!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play.
Bridge.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
He had all day to throw that. This offensive line knew coming into today their challenge was going to be trying to block up the blitzes and give their quarterback time to survey the field. He had all day to throw that one. Unfortunately, made a bad decision and throws it back.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. The run inside. It's Jackson. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Maybe a crease. Touchdown Bears! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And he makes the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He uncorks one deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires downfield. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Making side adjustments here. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Cardinals headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Alexander. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there. They'll break out the wildcat to try to move the chains. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the wildcat.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Looking to pass. It's Bailey. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And he tacks on the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Throwing, Lagway. Pulls it in, it's Jackson. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the number 10 team, the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's Kansas State in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime. As we check in on these top 25 matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football is.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Bailey. Throws for the tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was, with that ball landing out of bounds.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. He's got it down the field. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense, is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal.
Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. He's at the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Baylor. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Lagway. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Bailey. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pressure coming. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He turns that loose down the right side. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to...
Guys, look at this. You're surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Cardinals have this offense rolling. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves them with 2nd and 20. Back to pass. Looking left. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Here's a little room there. The 20. 10. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Go straight ahead. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hughes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, on that incompletion, I think it's just a case of the quarterback just putting way too much heat on that throw.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Upstairs, he's got it. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cardinals!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run it to the right. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to put together a long drive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Lagway to pass. Under fire. On target. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Going to run it. It's Edwards. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Looking for a push on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Yeah, and he's been dependable, hasn't he? He's been a guy that they've given him the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
Lagway wants to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Moving out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Working on the right. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Throwing, Lagway. It's complete on the right side. Snags it and he's open. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They're going to run it to the right. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try it over the left side. To the 10. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trusts getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Trying to pound it in. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Louisville calls its 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Under fire. Hit as he throws. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You've got 2 great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic, they get the win.
Get the win, obviously. You worry about cleaning everything up, but you also want timely defense, right? Like, when you need it, can you come through? I know a lot of people were holding their breath on the sideline, wondering if they would come through, but they did. They got the stop in a big moment. Their offense scored a bunch of points, and they walk away with the victory.
Setting up the screen. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, Bears! And the route is on.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to throw, it's Bailey. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out.